Hello, hello, and welcome to Target 5D Day 2, where we're going to continue looking at systems of linear inequalities, but we'll look at them a little differently. Number 1. Michael is deciding on a gym membership. He has no more than Y dollars to spend. Gym A has a startup fee of $95. Oops. $95 and charges $20 per month. Gym B has a startup fee of $10 and charges $30 per month. Let's write a system. Okay, so Michael's budget is Y. That's the amount of money he can spend at Gym A and Gym B. Now, Michael has no more than Y dollars to spend. That means he can spend less than Y dollars, so Y is the most he can spend, or if he feels like it, he can spend all of his money. Now, Gym A has a startup fee of $95, and Gym B has a startup fee of $10. That means regardless of how many months you go, for Gym A, you got to pay them $95 for the membership, and Gym B, $10. After you pay that startup fee, for Gym A, you're going to pay $20 a month. And for Gym B, you're going to pay $30 a month. So you're going to have to decide which one is more worth it for you. I guess in real life. But for Michael, we're just going to leave him with these inequalities. Number 2, Jackie has a phone plan. Something else you're going to do when you grow up. She has no more than Y dollars to spend. The first company has an initial fee of $200 and then charges $40 a month. The second company has an initial fee of $80, but then it charges $60 a month. Let's write some inequalities. Now, Jackie only has Y dollars. That's her budget, so I'm leaving it as Y dollars. Next, she has no more than Y dollars to spend. So similarly to the previous problem, she can spend less than Y dollars, or she can spend exactly Y dollars. Now, the first company that she's going to charges $200 to start. So maybe that's how much the phone costs. Thank you. Next, the second company charges $80 to start, which is cheaper. That's nice. Maybe you don't have $200 in your budget to throw down. Maybe you need a phone like immediately. You don't have time to save up for it. Now, after paying that $200 fee in the first company, you're only charged $40 per month after that. So you only need $40 in your monthly budget for the first company. Now, the second company, on the other hand, charges $60 per month, which, sure, is $20 more expensive, but might be a better decision if you do not have the money like $200 to spend immediately. Sure, you will have to budget more every month to pay for it, but that's going to be the cost of, paying less to get started. Number 3, which of the following systems of inequalities represents this graph? Now, the shaded area that I have is the common shaded area. I did that because if we print these, they come out black and white, and you wouldn't see the difference between the colors that I shaded. So this is where the colors overlap. So the first thing I can cross off without hesitation is letter A, because it has equal signs. Now, next I noticed that my graph has solid and dashed line, which means I need one of each kind of symbol, and unfortunately, B, C, D, and E all have those symbols. Now, what I would like to decide is the direction of these symbols. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot on the dashed line, and I'm going to decide, is it shaded above or below the dash? It looks like it's below, which means I would need to have a Y is less than. Whoops, just less than. So let's see where that exists. We have one in letter B, and we have one in letter C. D and E can be crossed off. That doesn't exist. Okay, now unfortunately B and C have the same other sign. Okay, now we need to decide which one does the dashed line belong to the 2x plus 6 or x plus 4. So what I'm going to look at is the y-intercept of the dashed line. Here's the y-intercept. That is 4. So our symbol should have a plus 4, letter C is our answer. Number 4, what we're going to do here is fill in the inequalities based on this picture. The first one we have is y and 10. The y equals 10 line is right here where y is 10, so it's this one. Are we shaded above or below y is 10? Looks like we're shaded above, right? So we're going to have a greater than, and it's a solid line, so an or equal to. I guess I don't really need to draw this one. Next, we have our, sorry, that was the bell, I don't know if you heard it. Next we have our x20. Are we shaded to the right or to the left of x20? It looks like we're shaded to the right. That's greater than, and because it's solid, or equal to. Now the next part, we got two diagonal lines. The first one has a y-intercept of 90. So I'm going to put a dot on 90. Is my shaded area above or below the 90? It looks like it's below. So this is going to be less than, and then because it's solid, we get a line underneath our symbol. Last line, I know it's going to be obvious, there's only one left over, but the way I know it's 60 is by putting the dot on 60. I'm like, okay, this is the diagonal one that matches the 60 line. Are we shaded above or below that 60? It looks like we're shaded below. So once again, y is less than, and because it's solid, or equal to. The next two problems that we're going to do, we're going to plot some points and see if they work for the solution of our inequalities. Now, as a reminder, the points only work if they fall within the shaded area, that's common, right? When we draw our two different colors is where they overlap. Or it can land on the solid line as long as it's bordering the shaded area. All right, letter A. Letter A is 1, -2. It's bordering the shaded area, but it's on the dashed line. So A does not work. Letter B, -6, +2. That's not even close to the shape. That's not, no, that doesn't work. Letter C, 3, -1. Also a big fat no. Letter D, -5, -6. Oh, perfect, right in the middle of the shaded area. Excuse me. Letter E, -2, -2. Ooh, this is on the solid line that borders. That's okay. E will work. All right, let's do the same thing for number 6, and then we'll call it a day. Letter A is 1, -2. Nope. Letter B, 8, 4. Ooh, okay. It's on the solid line. Is that okay? Yes, it is. Letter B works. Letter C, 8, 6. No. Letter D, 5, 0. Okay, it's on the border, but it's on the dashed line. Is that okay? No. Lastly, letter E, 8, -2. Yep, falls right in that shaded area. That's it for this unit. If you have any questions about what you just saw for me or for whoever's helping you out with math, let us know. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye!